there's 42 cards in here, which is fine because I have it with 60. All right, let me look at these. I really wish the hand size was bigger because I could.
Right.
So I put this here, I put this here, and I put the deck on top.
Yep.
I do not shuffle. I simply just draw back up to 5.
Correct. And those cards stay on the bottom of your deck unless you search your deck and then have to shuffle after.
Beautiful.
All right. So I am going to start off by getting me an egg out on the board.
Get your egg out.
Get that egg out.
Can't attack. If you control 2 or more dragon units, sacrifice this card, search your blah blah, because I can't read it. Dragon unit with cost of 2 or less, and put it play. Got it. Okay.
Oh, you know what? I should actually like play the game by getting my shard and tapping it to pay for the card I just played. That might be important.
So I'm going to let's go ahead and play a deranged dragon.
A deranged.
And you draw at the beginning of your turn, correct?
Yes. As second
Got
player,
it.
you do. First player does not.
Right.
So you should have one more card in your hand, I think.
Yep. Got it. Okay.
All right. So the phase is draw. I said draw, please. The phase is draw, untap, and shard. I'm going to play Dragonic Zone and pass.
All right. So I'm going to draw a shard.
So there's a very specific order for very specific reasons. You draw first.
Okay. One
then
card.
Then you.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Then you untap, and then you get your shard. The reason that that's important is because, say for instance, that you didn't use any of your shards last turn. You draw, and then you go, oh hey, here's an instant cast I can play for 2 mana. You can then use it and then untap your mana.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So explain this to me. You cannot attack an exhausted unit.
You cannot attack an unexhausted unit. If my egg were exhausted, then you can target him. If my egg were ready, you can still target him, but it has to be with a unit that has targeted attack.
Got it. Search. Right?
Mm-hmm. You have to discard a fire unit from your hand first, and then you can search your deck for any dragon.
I think I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to have to. I'm going to discard this.
Ooh, not the booster. Oh, that's the summoner. Summoner's super good.
He is, right? Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know what I'm doing, so...
All good.
I have to reveal this. Alright, so that's that.
Got the juvenile, okay.
And, we're going to target here.
Okay. In response, I will exhaust this to give target fire unit plus 1,000. I'll give it to my egg, and then I will guardian your attack.
Got it.
So I deal 1,500 to your 1,000.
Yep. You're alive.
By 500 health.
Yep, got it. We're just going to throw this guy out here.
Alright.
That's it.
So you pass. I draw. Untap. And shard. Did you see I blinged out the deck? I got these nice fancy promos.
Ooh, nice.
Alright,
Real nice.
Let's see. I am going to drop an exploding dragon for 2. A juvenile dragon for 1. Did that in the wrong order? No, actually, for it to work, it had to be that way. So, alright. I will exhaust Dragonic Zone and target tower.
Okay.
So he's at 2,000. I will target this guy if you don't have a response.
Yep, okay.
Hey.
You did 1,000, right?
I did 2,000 because of Dragonic Zone.
Got it. Yeah, I think so. Good. So I get to discard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or just Yeah. We'll choose this one.
Nope, not in my hand. There we go. Yo, I love the Snap 2 feature on this so much. It's so good.
It really helps for something like this.
Yeah, I really don't think that you could have this game without it, because there's just so many zones that you've got to play on. It would just get too chaotic.
Yeah, I agree. He has Summoning Sickness.
Alright, so yeah, sorry. So my attack went through, and I will pass.
The Shard Drain's kind of a cool feature.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, so I'm going to untap, right? Draw.
Mm-hmm. Or draw, then untap, but yeah.
Draw, untap, got it. I'm going to go ahead and Firebomb.
Ooh.
Here.
Raw Firebomb, 1,500 to target unit and 1,000 to each adjacent unit. Alright, so... God, I don't remember. I don't think I have any 2,000s that are over. Well, I have 2,000s that are 1,500. So in response, I will sacrifice this.
Search your deck for a dragon unit with cost 2 or less. Put them into play. Got it? Yeah, see, I like this open space here. It gives you plenty of room for stuff like this.
Alright, so I searched for Exploding Dragon. So Exploding Dragon comes into play. This guy gets destroyed and deals 1,000 damage to target unit, so we'll deal it here. And then this guy gets destroyed by your 1,000, and the second Exploding Dragon has 500 health.
Got it. Okay. We're going to probably sacrifice here. Because I should have mulliganed harder. Because that's just too much. So I'm going to pay 1, I'm going to try to search. Because I really just need some 2-cost stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I can always search for a dragon unit later, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool combo. The Princess and the Summoner.
Yeah.
You just need 6 to pull it off. Okay, so we got to get rid of something. So we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to search. I know it's good, but for me to reach any sort of combo, it's like...
Yeah. So, in the deck that I gave you, you're wanting, like, some low cost to kind of build up an early board.
Right.
And, like, mid to late game, you're looking for yellow cards to build your board up stronger and give you Guardian cards.
Yeah, I kind of like see it. I wasn't able to reach it.
Yeah, that is something I've noticed about Red. Either like you draw into a perfect opening hand, or you don't. And if you don't, then the whole game's just playing catch up.
That's why people are playing Fizzy as their red spirit.
You mean as their blue spirit?
Well, it's their... You know what I meant.
Yeah.
The blue spirit...
Guess what I'm playing?
Because it allows you to have that draw engine.
Yeah.
Are you adding Fizzy?
Yeah, this is my Sophia counter deck I was telling you about.
Oh, nice.
Is it my turn? Question
yes,
mark?
your turn. I passed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Draw. Untap. Shard. So declare attack at tower.
Okay. Proceed.
Wind.
Right.
So it gets destroyed, and you may bounce up to 2 units to their owner's hand.
So just that one.
I'll pay 2 and play him again. Haha, joke's on you.
Yep.
And I think I'll actually use my shard drain. So I'm gonna, or actually, oh, I should have done that when it arrived. It's not in effect. Rip, missed it. All right, so I'm gonna shard drain. Take one of my shards and put it on the bottom of my shard deck, and draw a card. All right, and I will pass.
Okay. Wow, that's great. You can run 3 of those, right?
Yeah, I've got 3 of them in there.
So I draw first, then I untap.
Yep.
Then I play a shard. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, here comes the big boy.
No, I don't know about that.
Draganic.
So that hits. So this is played, and then
Yep.
I paid 1 for this.
Yep.
So they all have summoning sickness.
Correct.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So draw. Before my untap phase, I will use Dragonholt's ability. Tap, pay 1, discard a dragon, and search my deck. Let's see here.
So is there actually like official tokens out now?
Just the night one.
Just the night one. Yep.
Okay, so there's still not. What are those other cards that we've been seeing? Are there spoilers?
They are spoilers coming from
The next set.
generational pack.
Yeah.
It's not even really a next set. It's like a living card game expansion. It's like everybody gets one copy of of these 25 cards. So buy 3 and you get 3 copies.
Yeah, why not? Let's grab this guy.
It's kind of strange.
It's just a way to release a bunch of new cards quickly.
Draw. No, I already drew.
Right.
And then I triggered his ability, so now I untap. And I get a shard.
Why do you get to untap?
Because it's my untap phase.
Oh, I see. Yep. Got it. Yep. So you left one available, which was this. Right?
Yes.
At the beginning of your turn, yeah. This is where I have to get back in Magic Mind. Because that's... Actually, that's not like Magic, but it kind of is. Like, before your main phase and things like that, there's a lot of like neat opportunities that you have to make sure you're aware of.
Right. You know what? I like playing chance. Let's play some chance. I'm going to tap 4. Or actually, sorry. I've got this guy out, so I need to attack with him first. Does this only work on dragons? Yeah, may as well. So a Dragonic Zone on this guy, so he's 2,500. Ooh, wait, that means that I can, say, do this. Mech Dragon's Flame. I will expel target dragon unit that is less powered than a dragon I have on the field. I'll expel this guy.
Got it. So nothing happens.
He is removed from the game.
After he's dead. Oh, yeah, he's expelled, yeah.
Yeah.
What are augments?
Augments are things like this. Basically, they can be, if you're talking in Magic terms, they're like field enchantments or gear. So gear you would place underneath your, or with your units like an equipment in Destiny. But augments like Dragonic Zone is just on the field to be used whenever.
Got it. And you can only have one in that spot at a time.
Correct. No, you can have any number.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Why don't people fill their decks full of a bunch of augments?
There's easy ways to get rid of them. For instance, the Wind Crystal, like this special crystal that I have here, but for wind, has an ability where you tap it, pay 2, and you destroy target augment.
Oh, that's easy then. Okay.
Yeah. Plus, if you're filling up your board with augments, then your opponent's just smacking your towers and you're not winning. So.
The other thing, too, is that you can only have 4 or 5 units total, right?
Yes, at any one time.
To sacrifice one. If you sacrifice, then you can still trigger stuff like this, right?
Yes.
So,
all right,
like,
so
you can fill your board up to purposely pop stuff.
Right. Well, you can't sacrifice to play a unit, unless it says otherwise. So if you have 5 units on the board and you have something you want to play, you have to wait for one of your units to be destroyed.
Oh, you can't purposely sacrifice them.
Correct.
Got it. Then why would you sacrifice? And why would it say sacrifice at all?
Because there are some units that are like there's a 6-cost dragon in the deck that is, after it plays, it sacrifices 1 and does extra damage.
Okay, because it says to sacrifice. Got it. Okay.
Alright, so anyways, I Mech Dragon Flamed, I got rid of your guy. Why not? Let's do it again. Let's just clear your board out. Let's Mech Dragon Flame and get rid of that guy.
Okay, so this is out.
Yep.
And then deal 1,000 to target.
No, he's expelled.
Got it. Yep, you're right. So that doesn't happen.
Alright, and I'll target tower. Let's go for this one.
Kevin, I'm getting whooped up over here, bro.
You're getting whooped?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Dude, all it is playtime. It's really
Name of the game, yeah.
In this game, what's going to make and break the good players against the better players
And I'll pass.
is how much of the rules you understand, and the windows in which you can respond. Like, if you understand priority and the queue and all that shit, you're going to be a fucking way better player than most people. And a lot of people don't know how to interact in those game spaces yet. So understanding the rules of this game is going to propel you faster than the other players.
Got it.
Like, I can't wait to go to locals because I already have like 30 games under my belt, and they're just starting.
Whip up on them new players.
That's
right, man.
And then win the product.
Yeah. And then there's no scene because there's one player who always wins.
Now I'm beatable. We just had 2 new people join our Discord server.
We did. Tapping 4 for you, big boy. Big girl. Doesn't she look like freaking
Wonder
Woman? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. She has summoning sickness still.
You do have 2 guys that can screw my world up, though, so.
Yeah.
Here's another thing to kind of keep in mind. Generally, if you're going to be swinging at towers on a turn, you want to do that as like your first thing. Because each tower has effects. Right, so like, say for instance, if you attack tower and hit my fire one, I could just immediately blow her up. That would be a bad idea because it would give you a phoenix, but you get the idea.
Right, yep, got it. Those are things I need to be conscious of.
Right.
Cautious of. Okay, so Guardian. So Guardian, when it's exhausted, it does me no good. So it's kind of like, do I want to keep it open?
But you got this guy.
But I have this guy, which allows me to untap him.
Yep. So you can both attack with him and then untap if he's on the field after.
So I can do this, assign to, let's say, here.
So
and then based off of what it has, I can then pump this.
Yes, but you won't.
Like if you had a
Yeah, if I had some type of response. Also worth knowing, just rules-wise, you exhaust and say, I'm targeting tower. Your opponent responds, and then you tell your opponent what tower you're attacking.
Okay. So I exhaust, say, I'm targeting a tower.
Yep, I have no response.
Got it. So we're going to target this tower.
Okay. And it's my Tower of Water, so it's destroyed, and I get to draw 2 cards.
So I'm going to target a tower.
No response.
We're going to target this guy over here.
Wind. Let's see. So he gets destroyed, and I can bounce 2 things up to your hand. Let's go ahead and bounce her back.
Okay.
And let's bounce this because it destroys it.
Yep, because it's a token, so it just leaves play now.
Yep.
Got it. Okay. And then this... Yeah, so we can do this in a turn.
Yep.
And the purpose of him not being...
He doesn't exhaust.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
The purpose of this right now... Actually, I should probably do this.
Now, to not be an asshole.
Now, you can always do that in between turns, too, in case you want to decide on, like, timing.
Oh, yeah, I keep thinking I have to do all this on my time.
Yeah. What were you saying, Kevin? To not be an asshole?
I'm talking to myself out loud, sorry.
Okay.
Because my thing is this, is that, like, I can still keep this open, making you think I have something in response to something you do,
Exactly.
And if I have multiple options, it allows me to be available to do that,
Yep.
similar to Magic.
And as I understand the rules, you can even go so far as to your draw step. You draw a card, and then you do your ability, and then untap everything.
Very interesting. So you can use that. You get an extra... You net an additional shard value that way.
Basically.
Because I can draw. I can still use this. Then I can untap.
Yep.
That seems broken. Yeah, so I'm going to pass.
All right. Did you draw her back into your hand?
No, I did not.
Okay. All right. So draw, untap.
So you could have then played if you had some mana or some shards that were untapped.
Correct.
That were not exhausted.
Like anything that would have priority. So like I couldn't have used that mana to play a unit or anything, but if it was some type of instacast, you could. Or ability.
Why? Because it's not during your main phase.
Correct.
You can only cast units in your main phase. Okay, got it.
Well,
I don't even know, like, I haven't even read the rule book. I don't know how the phase.
I don't think that there's any units that have like instacast priority, but basically your responses are just abilities or things that have instacast.
Got it.
And
So
that's... Sorry, go ahead.
So, like, right now, could I just at any given moment right now say, like, I want to play this card. I'm going to tap 1 crystal to do this.
If it has instacast, yes.
Got it. But for units, when it comes back to when you pass and it goes back to me, because basically there's not actual like rounds. You're just constantly playing this one game. Just you have all these phases that happen all the time.
Right.
Versus Destiny is different. It's like a big chunk of movements here, a big chunk of movements here, which we call actions.
Right.
So it definitely feels a lot different. Yeah. Okay. So like right now, like if let's say you do everything you want to do, you pass to me, I can draw a card, still use my 1 crystal, but it cannot be a unit I play. It has to be like a spell or something that has like
a spell or an ability. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm all drawn up, ready to go. First thing I'm going to do is target tower with Exploding Dragon.
Okay. Go ahead.
Let's go here.
Okay. Got it.
Come on, fire. Yeah.
There it is.
All right. So you explode my dragon. You can also target your own if you didn't want to, but I mean, either way, we're both going to lose our units.
Okay. So, yep, you destroy a unit. Okay, got it.
Okay, so you destroy my exploding, and I deal 1,000 here.
Got it. Man, dragons are dope.
I'm trying to figure out a way to pull a quickness dragon out of my deck and actually be able to get it played this turn. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off though.
But you have to have 2 other dragons in play, right?
Right. So the issue is that I've got 2 dragons in my hand.
That's
so
a
if
juvenile dragon.
Right. So if I had 3 dragons, I could discard 1, pull juvenile, and just play them all. But because I only have 2 dragons, I can discard 1, pull juvenile, but he won't get quickness. So I think what I'm going to do is attempt to just like top deck it. So I will shard drain onto the bottom.
And you how do you do that again? You right click? How do you slide to the bottom again?
Just right click and then move. So I didn't get what I needed. I'm going to try and top deck it again, so we're going to use my Soul Burst. Whoops. Once per turn, I can flip my Spirit. For all effects and purposes, he's dead, and I get to draw again. I think it's just 1 card, yeah. Come on, Juvenile. Nope. Alright, so I've done a lot this turn. I was looking for Vigilant Dragons. I didn't get any, so I'm just going to pay 1 for a Deranged and pay 2 for an Exploding, and I will pass my turn.
Now, at this point, I can do this. Right?
Yep. Also worth noting for me that the only tower that you have left is the water tower.
Water. And that does what again? That
lets you draw 2 cards.
That's right.
It is also 1,500.
See, that's where the game's fun.
Yep.
Because it's like I know what to anticipate, but there's also a randomized factor. Okay. All right. So now we're going to draw a card, correct?
Yep. Then
we untap. Then we get our shard. Then now I would untap any. Obviously, I would have untapped any units. So now here we go. So we can do 1, 2, 3. If I would have had any units, then would have been the time to really attack.
Mm-hmm. Oh, don't forget her ability.
Yeah, so Rive, we're going to go ahead and look for the hand or discard, correct?
From your deck to your hand.
So deck to hand. So search.
That is not your deck.
Nope, that's discard. Search. So you get to see it, or no?
Yeah. Hold on.
It has to be seen.
Yeah. So, Juvenile Dragon. So there are different types of searches. There are ones that look for specific things, like this one looks for dragons. You do have to reveal that, but if it was just search your deck for any card and add it to your hand, you wouldn't have to show me.
Got it. So we can tap 2 to play this augment. So it goes over here.
So it goes to target unit.
So here.
Yep. What some people have been doing actually is doing like, I've been watching them play, do this. Bam.
Like that? Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Why wouldn't they like turn that around?
I mean, you can, but I mean, all you have to do is hit Alt and you read it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. All right, so that gets plus 500 and it now has quickness. That's 2,500, right?
Yep.
Okay. So it's going to deal 1,000 back. So answer this for me. If I chose to attack this,
you could not.
I cannot.
Yep, it is not exhausted and you do not have target attack.
So it has to be exhausted to attack.
Correct.
And if it had target attack, it could. Perfect.
But if you had target attack, go ahead and what was your question?
So like it would be 2,500.
Yeah.
This guy's 1,500.
Yeah.
Right? So you would do 1,500 to me. I'd have 1,000 remaining health also.
Yep.
So when it dies, it would die as well. You could target it to kill the guy. I'm just trying to get used to like the whole Yu-Gi-Oh stack because I never even played like Yu-Gi-Oh. I played very, very little of it.
Right.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is I have quickness, so I'm going to target a tower.
Okay, no response.
And I can target any of these towers, correct?
Yep.
So we're going to go for this one.
Tower of Light.
So you get a Guardian. Great. So excited.
So exciting.
And you're probably going to win this round because you can easily target my tower.
Right.
So I probably should have killed this guy.
Unless you had some way to do so from your hand, you couldn't target him directly.
Oh yeah, because he's not exhausted. Got it. That's the weird part. I get so confused because of Magic. Like,
now don't forget also that you have this guy.
So yeah, so like he's exhausted to do that.
Yeah.
That happens. Now I can still do this to
but
untap it.
I'm talking about his Soul Burst ability.
But that's huge. Oh, that's the end of my turn. That keeps you from like reactivating.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna Soul Burst now because we need that for this Guardian, right?
Yep.
And then we're going to we can just have Dragon unit, so we're gonna play this guy.
Juvenile.
So I pass now.
All right. So
let me ask you this question: why couldn't I have ended turn to untap him, and then at the beginning of your turn, then Soul Burst him?
You could.
Oh, got it. Can I do that instead?
Sure.
It's not gonna really matter, but
yeah. All right. Untap. Boop. Shard. All right. So first thing that I'm going to do is target tower with my Guardian.
So I can choose to Guardian right now, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to choose to Guardian.
All right, so these guys smack into each other and both die?
Yep, because I kind of have to here.
I'm going to exhaust this to give plus 1,000 to my deranged dragon and target tower.
Yep, so that's 15, so you got it.
All right.
I can draw 2 cards here, but I have all my crystals are exhausted,
right.
So if, I really don't have a way of responding.
Target tower for the final attack.
Man, if only I had this.
Firebomb. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So I'm getting a better understanding of the game. I just need to just stick with this deck for a while to get all the triggers down of how the game's played. Like Kevin's saying, like once you understand how the game works, and then you get more familiar with the cards, because this game seems very combo-oriented.
It really is, yeah.
Like there's not just like playing creatures and smacking each other. Like there's a big strategy curve.
Right.
And that's what helps this game with longevity, and that's also what makes this game deep, to where you have to dig to find the meta, which I think is cool.
We hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click the link below to join our Jackalmen Games Discord channel, where you can be a part of this amazing community. If you'd like to support Jackalmen Games, click the link below to check out our Patreon. See you guys there.